live.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today, Max?
I'm I'm good. It's a Monday. You can hear the church bells maybe in the background. This weekend was the village feast,
Hmm? How was it?
which it was amazing. We It was very French. We sat on the little square and ate until midnight or so. Two suckling pigs that had been roasting on the square as
Wow,
well by this guy. Yeah, cigarette in mouth. He even had the bandsaw next to them that he cut them up for us. So
really? That's amazing.
yeah, it was cool. And they were actually delicious. They were really good. And then there was a pyrotechnic surprise show with these three young people with a lot of face paint dancing with fire.
Wow.
And then there was a DJ that played until the very wee hours of the morning.
Wow.
Um,
But it
so
all
there
started
was,
with a bull competition.
oh yeah, there was a bull
Really?
competition, of course, with a 300 euro prize. Um, So the afternoon was the bull, and so then I think the party wrapped up around 6, 7 a.m. And then at 10 a.m. was the mass, it's church service, and then the mairie, the mayor, and the people who work in the council, they offered an aperitif,
No. But
and that was that.
I'm surprised about the church service. I thought France, of all European countries, is the most secular.
The
Secular.
most
Yeah. No?
Yes, it is very secular, but when you have a party, it's tradition to undo the sin of the night prior by going to mass afterwards.
Damn right it is. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah. I wasn't
not
aware
not
of that.
everyone went.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, then it is what it is. Cool. That sounds lovely. But also, you know, as a fact of life, um, perhaps unnecessary knowledge. I don't know. But you did you manage to catch Tour de France
Yes,
on
yes.
Friday?
On Friday,
Yep.
uh, three friends and I, we rode, and we saw the caravan and we saw the tour. I mean, the tour was like 2 seconds, and 140 riders had gone by.
Yeah, but still, you know.
Yeah, it was cool. I'd never seen it before, and we rode our bikes there, so that was extra special. And the caravan that comes before, they throw all this free crap that nobody needs, plastic nonsense.
Okay, okay.
So we got a bunch of souvenirs, and
Well,
yeah,
that's
I
pretty
felt
cool.
like there
I
were
mean, that's
more
that's
cars.
so cycling isn't really like a you know public friendly or watch friendly sport event, right? It's better to
Well,
follow it on
but it's not
TV
about the
actually.
sport, right? Like it's about partying with your,
Yeah.
because we were next to a house, and the people there, they had invited the whole family, and they were very drunk, and they were laughing and having a good time. And so, I mean, in one way, cycling is perhaps the most spectator-friendly sport in that it comes to you. You don't have to go anywhere if you live in France.
Right, right, right.
But it is a very quick affair. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember so just a quick story about that. Back in Poland, we watched Tour de
Yeah.
France when we were kids always, and we had Tour de Pologne also,
Yeah. But you
Polish
still do.
version. Right, where they still do. It was a big thing, and you see, I grew up in the socialist Poland or communist Poland, whatever you want to call it, the People's Republic of Poland.
Mm, mm,
That
mm.
ended well. It started in 1946 and ended in 1989, so it was fairly short-lived, but still.
Oh,
Now,
still.
one thing that was very common in Poland during the socialist years was the all the sports. As in Russia and many communist countries, athletes were our rock stars, right? And
Hmm.
and cycling was actually really really big in Poland. And I remember in
Hmm.
the house where my grandmother lived, in the basement there was this local cycling association, right? And they owned like 15 bikes, and kids could come over and they could practice. They didn't have to own their own bike. They could borrow one from the club, and there was this cycling coach, and he was really funny because he was like 180 kilos with a big belly, and it looked really funny we always found it amusing when he was cycling because it was this big ass guy on this fairly tiny, you know those bikes from the 70s and 80s. They were very thin and so on
Yeah.
because Anyways, now why am I telling this? Well, because not every change leads to positive effects. I know that when we in Poland achieved those political changes that gave us freedom of expression and freedom to do whatever we wanted, and so on. It also brought an end to an era because all of these things, like those small clubs and those small football clubs or boxing clubs or cycling clubs, chess clubs or whatever, they just disappeared overnight because all of a sudden the government funding just disappeared, and that's
Right.
one thing. The second thing was also that the people shifted their minds from community service to cashing, earning money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what
Mm.
capitalist societies or systems do to you, right? And it
Yeah.
took a long time for that to reappear again. It's back in Poland. Is of course an
Strong cycling
association-friendly,
country. Yeah.
country, and that there are places like that. But they, over a decade or decade and a half, they were just gone. So again, that cycling club didn't return. I think because all the guys that were running it, they just disappeared, and I guess cycling fell out of fashion a little bit and so on. But it was. I have some very fond memories of that when I was growing up, and we followed cycling a lot when we were kids. So it's always been a dream of mine to see Tour de France, perhaps someday. I
We will
really
make it happen. We will make it happen.
absolutely. All right. If we go back
Yeah.
to what we're doing,
Our unfinished business.
right? I also see that I have my Icelandic slash Norwegian friend following us on Twitch, saying good morning
Yo,
to us,
yo.
Kastras. Good morning, good morning.
God morgon.
How you doing? Um, Nice to see you around. It's been a while. Thanks for following me on social media also. Um, we are working on a never-ending story uh, of doing a fairly simple task, but we managed to make a mess
We are
last.
taking our sweet time,
Yeah, yeah,
which is part of the point.
absolutely. So we have this thingy. Let me talk you through what I did, and I wonder whether it's best if I show you this uh, on GitHub rather than going through code, because then we can
That's
just check out the latest repo, the latest commit. Sorry, let me just pull this up on screen, and we have this pull request, and you can create project. Yeah, we have a failing test. What I did, right? I think this is the last one that actually carries any weight or any relevance here. What I did is that I created a describe block for the button itself
Mhm.
in this test, right? Before we do anything else, like pushing it off and so on. So it is expected to be disabled on default, right?
Mhm.
When we hit this page, it is also expected to remain disabled when only the title field has a value. So
Mhm.
I just type in project something in the project title and it should be disabled, and
Mhm.
then we do the same thing on the description, but it is expected to be enabled when both fields have values. So we just do the title and description, and then we just check if the project submit is not disabled,
Mhm.
and that covers all the eventualities here.
Yeah.
Right, right. And how did I manage to open it up? Well, that was apparently done in the um, previous commit. So what I did was I used use effect, right?
Yeah.
And for the title and the
Yeah.
description.
So any change to the variable title and any change to the variable description will tell React to run use effect, right?
Yeah,
And so that makes a lot of sense to me,
Yeah.
because we really only want to do this validation or run this function set inputs invalid on changes like that. Sorry, I need to do something to my screen. It's running low on battery. 2 seconds. I mean, it keep
You
going now.
usually
I
have,
can
you
hear
usually
you.
plug it into the. You have to give it some
That's
juice.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
Juice it. No, but for those of you who are tuning in, what I did is that I just created a constant. I use state constant, saying that the inputs are invalid, um, and uh, and we set this to true. And then if when we want to change that, we just set it to false. They are not invalid anymore, which is a negation. Perhaps that's not the best practice. I don't know, but that's what I did. And so, for some reason, I have this custom button thingy, which is perhaps not the best way. Let's see if we can. Do I need the custom button? Yeah. Well, I can clean this up. I don't need the use ref anymore. Uh, right. I will actually keep this as a separate. You see, so we don't really need this custom button thing here. You know,
I know.
you want me to reinstate this back in the code, or can I call it
I
submit button? Custom button is weird, but I can call it submit button,
Yeah.
right? Uh, right, right. You see, there's sort of some code repetition here also. See, with these form controls, we could extract that because the only difference here is some of the props we could pass in. But see, I'm constantly thinking about those validations. This code climate validation of short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we haven't set up code climate yet, so
No.
we're still
No.
safe.
No. So anyway, we fixed this. I can remove this event. Yeah, there was something in this. Yeah, this is the problem here, right? This this test is not passing for us. So I'm gonna run the test and we're gonna see what's up. All right.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah, I have a dot only. I have a dot only somewhere. I should have a dot only. The submit button successfully.
There it is, 59.
There it is. Why? Yeah, because once you have submitted this project, we should be on the show page for this particular project, and we're not. We're on the login page for some reason.
Indeed.
And let's see.
Well, we had a discussion, I mean, do we want to add this new project on the front end to the application state where the projects are stored? Do we want to make another API call?
But we had that discussion last time, and
Yeah,
we are
I don't
passing in
think.
project as a property, and this test was passing for us at some point.
Oh, yeah, you're quite right. That's what we did. Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
we
All right. Well,
settled
let's see.
for let's do this way now, and then we change something later. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right. So let's do yarn Cypress and see what's up. And how am I on
Mm-hmm.
memory? Because I've been working a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Right. So if we do artist can create project. Yeah. You see?
It just ended up at off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it went a little fast, so we can rerun it. Hopefully. No. Okay. Come on, give me a break. There we go. Boom, boom, and here we go. You can't do that. Why not? I don't understand that really.
Test. Are you programmatically setting the user to be a user? I think you are. Yep.
I have a before
Authenticate
each here,
user.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
role is an artist. So you know what? I'm just gonna do this here again, just for the sake of it. I know it shouldn't have any bearing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the same problem. So it's not that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Uh,
Um, then it's probably in our code.
right. So if we go to this project create, so I have a debugger here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and we should have a current user.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna take a look at the current user, you know. So
Yeah.
let's open this up. Let's clean this. Let's run it. And here we are, right? So if we go to current user, do we have a current user? Well, no.
Mm.
Well,
Maybe it needs to be. Oh,
why not?
okay. Very slow. No,
No, I don't have one. But it didn't even
but
tell me
but
that
it
it's
should
undefined.
error out.
Yeah, you should tell me that it's undefined, right?
Yeah. So it could just be a weird React thing.
By the way, what is all
Um,
this? You know,
yeah, and
why
that's
is he showing me the bundle? What shouldn't he, yeah, it shows
because
me.
that's what Cypress gets. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it usually shows me the React code actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah,
Blah.
and I don't see local this undefined closure, no variables, no variables. I don't really get it. Right, yeah. So what is this? Can we see what this is? No, nothing. I don't see anything here. Do you understand? Like,
Maybe do a reload of this. This
yeah,
feels
let's do a hard reload.
feels weird.
And I'm getting the same weird stuff. Look, you see?
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't even see any. Why would? Oh, yeah.
Release
This.
release the debugger and see if it gets hit again. No, of course not. Mm-mm-mm.
And he said, look at the URL. It's.
Yeah, that's the.
Why is he making a? This is a GET request. What the hell is going on here?
Wait a minute. What's the navigate? When we call navigate
Oh, we don't.
on
Oh shit.
56,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Damn it. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. Gosh.
look at that. Very nicely done.
Ah, ah, what a
it's
another rookie mistake.
it's harder. It's harder. That's why.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So that was just always prevent default for the what is it called? Synthetic events, right?
Yeah,
Uh, so the event
that's the rub.
is what is the event? Yeah, it's called the synthetic event, isn't it? I need to just see that because that's the way I am. Right. And now we have the right stuff, and they have a synthetic base event. That's what it's called. Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. That was monkey patch. That was rubber ducking, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. All
just
right.
talk through it.
So let's just remove the dot only. I will make a commit, and then we can have a look at all the tests and see if we need to figure something else out.
Hmm.
Or if we're done with the, or if we are done with the. Oops. What? What?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna I'm gonna
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna shift this on you. I'm gonna put this on you. There's there's some stuff with the dispatch of flashes of messages to the user. Okay, I think
Yeah.
that's it. But anyway, I will make sure that this is pushed up. So we do git status. Oh, I hate when this happens. You see, sometimes I don't look at the screen and this pops up and it prevents me from typing.
Mhm.
Why would it not quit unexpectedly? I should be able to to quit this.
Yeah, without
Yeah.
a
Uh,
crash.
CIAM fixes Thomas T T as rookie. Is that how rookie is spelled?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
No, no, no. Let's be honest.
Transparency über alles. Yeah.
Right. So whoever's watching, we all make mistakes, folks. You have to just go with, enjoy the ride. I don't know. I don't know. Lesson learned. I don't know. Did I learn anything? I'm shifting over
Oh,
to you, my brother.
yeah. 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 Hit me. Is this my screen we got on right now? Yeah,
Yep,
it
yep,
looks
yep.
like. As I can see the one warning for useref. Um,
Oh, didn't I remove it?
but
Oh, you have to pull down. Did you
but
pull down?
I do. I do. Yeah. You probably did. Get. Thank you very much. Origin project create. Let's pull that down. It's gonna go make Cypress go a little wonky. That's okay. That's okay. So let's open up VS Code and make this all nice and clean. Here is our code base. How are you doing? You are compiling. Let's see if I get any warnings. Get the 404, so that's great. So you are up, you are up. And we had some red coming from this user can create project test. Right,
Yeah.
we even have an empty describe block, right? So we just have a few things that aren't written yet, I'm guessing. Well, I can head over to the code while that runs, pop into Cypress, into the end-to-end directory, our old integration directory, and have a look at artist can create project. And here it is. And we are probably interested in the sad path here, right? I see some comments, which is kind of what I was hoping for. In fact, the minute I hit red, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to put an if.only on the sad path is my plan.
We did make some changes to the way we are dispatching this stuff, so perhaps there's something wrong with the dispatch. You know?
Yep. Yep.
Or you are
Now look
just
here. Let's do this. If.only.
right.
Reload this. And what you will see is that, of course, I think we commented out the actual clicking of the create button when we were, oh, nice, when we were messing around. And indeed, look, it's commented out. So I comment that back in. So here we have an intercept where we change for a 422 project create error response instead. So this sad path is indeed for something that goes wrong on the back end. And then we have this, which I can now get rid of because that's not what we're testing for here, right?
We are.
But what I.
What, could you reinstate that with an empty?
Yeah.
Right. No, we don't want to test that no more.
No, not here.
No.
The front end validation is already done. So here, what we want is to make sure that we get a 422 back. That's not so weird. and then it's expected to inform the user. This is probably the one that that is unhappy. Oh, maybe I need to actually
No,
fill
because you
out
have to
the
fill out. Yeah.
yeah,
So we.
let's
Okay. So
type
before we
something.
do that, actually, so I was thinking that, I mean, this cannot really, this can't happen, right? Because we can't click this.
No, but what I'm saying is that we should have a test. We should fill it out, send it off, and because the only thing we're testing here is that the backend, should something go wrong on the backend,
Yeah.
informs the user on the front end that like, hey, something went wrong, you know.
Yeah.
And so my argument is that we should do it the same way. We should have these two. Uh, we should actually fill out the two. So I'm going to copy these two lines, and I'm going to say, you know, fill out the title, fill out the description, click submit, and we should get the 422, which hopefully shall go green now, and it did not.
Got an Axios error. Yeah. Because
Let's see.
oh, that's the Axios error of for this. But
Yeah,
well,
because we
do we have a
probably
try
don't
catch?
have we don't have a try catch.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but right. So this actually then is I'm going to move the it.only to, or the describe.only to the it.only, because I just want to test one thing as I fix it. Just make sure that this is doing what we expect it to do. It's typing very slowly. Great. So where do I go? I go into the code, maybe into project create, and have a look there. And in here, we have, the fact of the matter is that we do this handle submit, and we do this async await with the axios.post function method function. And the problem, of course, is that when this errors out, we're not lifting that error up, you know. So probably we need a begin rescue here.
Oh, try catch. Begin
Try
rescue is
catch.
more
Sorry,
of a
that's
crazy
Ruby.
Ruby thing.
Wishful thinking. So there is a try catch statement, right? So what I need to do is tell JavaScript, what are you supposed to try? Well, you're supposed to try this. And
if that succeeds,
I'm going to put a debugger in here. And I also do want to say, hey, on success, you do this, and you do this. Right. That's not so weird. And all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to format the code, make sure I didn't have any syntax errors. It formatted, so that's a good hint that I don't. And I'll go back into my test runner, open up the dev tools, or at least attempt to. There we go. And reload this. And close this little translation thing. And we should hit that debugger, hopefully. Dun, 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 dun. Typing in. It's very small.
For those of you who are tuning in, you know, we are using Cypress IO to test our front-end applications. And as soon as complexity grows in an application, having automated tests is the way to go. Is the holy grail of everything, in my opinion. You know, without this, we will be totally lost, even in this fairly simple app at this point. I mean,
yeah,
there's not much happening, but we would be totally lost without this, in my opinion.
Yeah. So when I have hit my debugger, so I can look at this error. If I look at it, I get this request failed with status code 422.
So you can do error dot response dot data, right? Or what can you do?
Well, I don't think we want to use the. Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah, because we're getting the error message back from the server, right? Aren't we?
We are, and this is dot. So it's error dot response dot data dot errors gives
Yeah.
us the array.
And since this is an array, we can dispatch it. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I'm going to copy that. And let's have a look, right? Like, what do I want to do inside this little catch block? Well, I want to dispatch, and I want to spell dispatch correctly, and then a set message. And I probably can just do, I just paste it in,
No. I
format the
think we need to
code.
say content and then status error. Do you remember?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So it needs to be an object for us.
No rest.
No rest for the
But
wicked.
it has to be, it looks like it has to be an array and then an object and with content.
Ouch! No. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem because the
Yeah.
error response data errors are Okay, so okay. Well, you can either do this or you can iterate over it. You understand? Because if there
Oh,
are
iterating is
multiple
much
errors,
nicer. Yeah. Iterating would be much nicer. Yeah. Um,
so I would just say,
can I, can I do that inside of,
yeah,
now
you
I
could just
introduced a,
just say, open up a new line up before 63, and just
oh, yeah.
say, paste this in this what you had this. Well, you can do for each, or you can just do this and dot the for each and a comment, and you say message.
Yeah.
And then you can use the same syntax as you use on 57.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be, oops, keep ruining the hang on.
You're making a.
Done a few too many things here.
I think you need to remove 67 to 69 right now.
Yeah. Of course, it doesn't do the whole thing.
And inside of 64.
And now I'm just gonna grab this dispatch message.
Yeah.
And head over here, and you're gonna say
just message
content, but doesn't it have to? Well,
no, because
message is just a string. You're right.
Yeah.
And we'll call this an error,
right?
Not a warning, and we'll get rid of this debugger. And
but why is your message not? Is it because it's just a bit slow? No, there it came. Okay. Because it wasn't
okay.
Highlighted. All right.
Yeah. So we'll do a little refresh on this guy. And remember, I'm not running the actual test for checking that we're getting a toast on this. I'm just running the test that checks that the response is a 422. That we should hopefully see something on the screen.
Why are we getting a?
Oof. Well, we're not getting anything because my computer's suffering a bit.
Okay, gotcha.
But here we go. You can see it filling out something for us. Yeah, so we went green on this. Deeply equals 422, and I actually saw the message. So that's nice. Let's go back to our test file. Rip this out and go to the next test. And description copy empty. Do we go green on that? I don't want to run every test, just the one that I'm interested in. And it's loading. Very nice thing in Cypress, of course, is that you can always check that your routes our hit. But now we're getting, oh, no, it's just a weird Cypress error. Strange.
Because of
But
what?
now it was hit successfully, so it's
Okay.
probably gonna go green any day now. No.
You want to make a commit and ping this over to me, and I can run the entire suit because
Yeah,
you
I'm running out of
Steam.
steam. Uh, but
But
okay, at least I know what I did. I can say git status. Do I have any changes? I do. No new files, so I can use the shortcut of just the two flags, A and M. And I can say adds try catch block for project create API call, and we'll do a git push origin project create. And so yeah, Thomas,
all
if you wanna
right.
grab that,
Before
it is
before
now
I
up.
before I move over to the code, just want to give a little bit of an update on Agile Ventures activities. We're actually going to start two new courses uh, with with Agile Ventures. If you like the way we code, perhaps you want to learn a little bit more about web development from us. I don't know. I mean, there are like thousands of resources out there on the internet, so you don't have to choose us. But since it's free, no, I'm kidding. No, but Agile Ventures is a community of developers that do a lot of open source development, but also open development, like
Yeah,
very
open
transparent stuff.
learning.
Yeah, that what we are doing. Like we code in the open with for good and for bad, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes we do good,
I
sometimes we
mean,
mess up.
yeah, the point is that you're closer to what it's really like because it's not some like highly edited YouTube video with lots of effects. Like this is warts and all. And if you think that's valuable, we think that's valuable, then tune in, but also like join us.
Yeah, yeah. And so one of the first courses we're gonna run is titled, and it's a a very long title, just enough JavaScript to get started in web development, right? JavaScript being the core, one of the core technologies on everything you see on the web. We just want to do a course that will span over 3 or 4 sessions. We haven't really decided the curriculum yet, to get you guys started with JavaScript and also uh, testing JavaScript in one way or another. Might be a little bit of Cypress, but it could also be some unit testing using some other frameworks.
Mm,
Um, so, and I see that there's a spelling mistake on the website. We can fix this later. But we
mhm.
will also run another iteration of a longer course that we ran last year that is called Work the Web. This one will be Work the Web 2.0. It's going to be mini bootcamp-ish kind of thing with a lot of topics covered that can get you from get you started in web development. There is some news. There's some information about that on the Agile Ventures website, and that's a we call it. We say that it's a community source training program. Work the web, and it will be run this fall and winter, and it's a really good training program. We had great success with it last time around, so hopefully we will have it this time also. Read about it on the website agileventures.org. But then, if you are a paid member of this community, and that will set you back £5 a month, which isn't much, but it's it's a symbolic
Mm.
fee. For you, we will have a very special treat, and that will be an in-depth dive into Cypress.io, the testing framework that we are using to test Art Nouveau. So I will
Mm.
not bore you with the description. You can read about it on the website. But this course, this particular course, is part of the Agile Ventures Edge initiative and reserved for associate members of our community. And if you're curious about the community, just ask us. And I love talking about it, but you're always welcome to visit the website agileventures.org and figure it out for yourself. Right, let's go back to coding. Right, so I will pull down from you. Git pull.
You will, but
right.
I would maybe even see if our continuous integration has paid off, because after I pushed up, I went green on all my tests. So I'm curious. Okay. If you look at that PR now, a pull request. Do we have we earned anything?
We'll see.
Different.
And why is my computer acting up on me? No, there it is.
It's in solidarity with my computer. Ha ha ha.
It is still running. Alrighty, brother.
2 successful checks.
Yep. Both on Ubuntu and on a Mac OS server.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, not server, but machine, right?
Anyway. Virtual machine.
Yeah. Good stuff. Look, there's a lot of red stuff, and my name is attached to the red stuff. All yours. This is ridiculous. All yours.
Yeah, but you did the hard stuff. That's what this says,
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I get the slow pitches. That's okay. That's okay.
All right. Okay. So I don't actually have to run the whole thing, but I can.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we could take a look at, is there anything else we should test for at this point?
There is.
All right. And what would that
Because we have to, I would write a test. But what do you want to happen? If something goes wrong on the server side, let's say that you're a user and you've filled out your project with all these details, and you click create or submit or whatever, and you get informed that something went wrong, like in this case, it just returns that description can't be blank, but like, let's say that you get, something went wrong. What do you want happen? You probably want to stay on the create page.
Right.
You probably don't want all your stuff to be deleted.
Right.
And maybe we should have a test for that. That
gotcha.
Seems like an acceptance test, but is that too
it
ethereal?
And look, there is let's see, service intercept, and there is a setting called force network error. Let's see. Right. Apparently I visited this guy. So we don't have to play this all together, but if we just scroll forward a little like this, you see
force network error true. Oh, and do you get a 500 from
that? I think so. I haven't tested it yet, but so he's intercepting, he's passing in this. So he's using intercept a little differently from us, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because we can just force network error inside of our options,
Yeah, not a
we
problem.
should be good. So we could potentially try that.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we can go to this one successfully. Right. So let me just wrap this in a describe block when with missing fields, with missing fields, something like that, right?
Yeah. Just there's a space. No, it's fine.
Oh, sorry.
That's good.
So we'll just move
all the way down to 92.
Right.
Or maybe.
Right. I think this is good. Right. I'm just gonna run this just to see if that I didn't mess up anything. No, that's good.
Looks good. Yeah.
And so I can do another describe block unsuccessfully. There we go. Right. uh, on network error, right?
Yeah.
And I will just do before each. Oh,
Mm.
there we go. And so we will do CUI intercept, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we will intercept the same thing. Yeah, it's posts and
Yeah.
projects, right? So I can
Yeah.
copy
Yeah. Yeah.
this. But this time I want to say force force network error true, right?
Mhm.
If that is the case, right? So I will just say it and is expected to remain on the create view or path, or how do we check for the URLs? What sort of
Language do we use? We
show
say
page? Yes,
page.
on the create page, create project page, right? And I will just say ECI URL should
Yeah.
include, right?
Include is the one we're using.
And that was projects create, right?
Yeah.
Well, we can do a slash just to keep it consistent. Uh, so we're just gonna run this guy, right?
Yep. Right.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. Did this pass
did
through
it?
the?
Will you look inside the routes for a second? Just expand it on the left-hand side. You know how we have this routes in the. Just curious if it looks any different.
Why aren't you opening? What okay, let's
If
just
you
run.
really.
Okay, now my now. Oh gosh, the same shit is happening like last time.
I. Huh.
This
Well.
is non-responsive.
Okay.
Why not?
I was just curious how this force network error looks at.
Yeah. That's I totally see that.
Um, uh, that's weird.
Oh, we got some. But these
Well,
errors
that
are.
must have been while we were typing. I mean, that's
Yeah, must be.
if it's type errors, like it, you know, it doesn't mean it's because it's
Why am I
happening
not?
while you're typing, but it's more likely to
Oh, now shit is
happen.
happening.
Okay, now we're in business.
All right, so get projects
It
get.
does it
Why
not
does it make a
hit the?
get?
Oh, we need to? No. Oh, maybe we need to submit it.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course, of
So
course, of course,
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
course. Right. So I will intercept this with an alias too, but I just gonna let's
Yeah, just for
experiment a
now.
little bit. Right.
Error aborted 404.
Reading errors.
Oh, it's trying to. Okay, this is interesting.
Let's have a look at the route.
Yeah.
It's being hit.
Okay,
Right.
three
So we need to
times.
set an interceptor here.
Yeah.
Uh, because yeah, see, this is erroring out, right? There is no,
Yeah,
you can't do,
that on
yeah, uh,
presumably on a 500, but maybe put a debugger and look and see
yeah, yeah,
what the
because this
error
error looks
looks
different.
like.
So uh,
But you're right. Yeah, we have to write a smarter error handler. Basically,
we
is the
could,
deal.
I can just start by saying, you know what, I can start with saying if there is such a thing,
Yeah.
then we do this,
Mm-hmm.
else we just set a debugger at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's do that. So let's rerun this baby. No, he didn't hit that.
Where is error? Oh,
Yeah,
data
you know,
errors.
I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. And this will probably hit it. No? No? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So, yeah, so now the error is actually an access
A
network error.
network error.
Right.
Right.
And we guys config transfer. Right. So we name access message network error. Right. So, oh, we can just, I mean, we can say dispatch. We don't have a test for it, but, yet, but we can dispatch set message.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. And then content.
I mean,
And,
it's the other way around. You need to put the array
oh,
on the
yeah, sorry.
outside. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 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 sorry. Uh, and the content, oh, so the content could be the error message and the status would be error, right?
Mm.
Did I remove the debugger? Yeah. Okay, so we could, in principle, network error. So we see this,
Yeah.
and it doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't delete it, so that's
No.
great. Probably, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah. So we just need to add a few. So it.
yeah. I mean, I would just steal the code from above for notifying user on
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
84. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. The question is if
Yeah.
network error is enough. Uh,
I mean, I think at this point in our timeline,
I could say please try again.
yeah,
Please try again. Later. Can you do that?
that is a common part. You do a little string interpolation back here, maybe.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
like it.
right. Why is
Oh,
he
oh,
doing the
you're
whole
you're
thing?
running. You got rid of the dot only, I guess.
I did.
It's running the
Okay,
all the tests.
let's run.
Yeah, and since we have to anyway, right? I like I like this network error inclusion in the SAD path. I think I've been a bit lazy and not included it in the past on my own projects. Scroll up a little bit. It's just a difference in formatting.
Yeah, it's adding this
This
network.
line break. Wait,
Yeah,
if you scroll up, it shows you exactly the but the test was you need to. Oh, is it still not preventing default?
no,
What?
no, 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 no. This is okay. It's
Yeah,
network. So, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna say include, and that will fix it.
I believe you're right.
But I'm just gonna set this to not only here.
Yes, please.
No. Shit.
It's not seeing it, but we see it. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
let's just say contain. And
is it? Oh, Thomas.
what?
Network error has to be capitalized.
All right. All right.
I hope. Watch me be wrong. Hey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Good
And
stuff.
this we will get those. But I wonder why this post project
Yeah.
is getting no
That's,
alias. Because we are hitting it.
is it
Yeah.
possible that when you do force network error, Cypress? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, we will say as you called it. What did you call it? You called it.
Project create error response.
No, I will just call it network error this time, right?
Yeah. 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 Because network error is always just going to be network error. We won't
Yeah.
have much more context,
And so I
except of
will.
course the request. But
So I will just say right. So network error and the response status code should be 500. I guess.
yeah,
I don't know.
and on 97 and the actual test. All right.
Expect undefined. Wow.
Maybe it's, yeah. I have to put the debugger back in. I can
Yeah,
look
but
up.
where? Uh, right. Let's see at the network.
Right. It should also just tell you, of course.
Failed. Yeah, but it doesn't cross origin accepted. But do we get an error code? We don't even get an error code because it just failed. No response.
Oh, you can also apparently. No. Property error.
Request. Right, of course. It doesn't give you any response because it's a network error.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So perhaps
So not the same as a server error.
no. So it's not a
Right.
500
Okay.
ever.
No, it's not. So what you could do is to say should have um, should have property error. That's what
Right.
they
You
do
think so?
in the yeah. Switch over to my screen. I'm on the Cypress docs, and you see when they're using it here, waiting on errors. It uses how to wait on requests that end with network errors, which is what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And they have written a little test here,
Oh yeah.
just
So it just has a property
have
error.
dot
That's yeah.
property and error, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's if that's good
Yeah.
enough for me certainly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, now you can switch over back to
No.
your
No. No.
screen if you
Shit. I
want.
was.
Oh yeah, you.
There's. I was in the wrong place. Should it's. Ah. Okay. 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 I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
Should have proper. Let's
dot
see.
property and then error.
Right.
Yeah. Will you switch back to yours so if it
Oh,
goes
sorry.
green or
Yeah.
not?
Sorry.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
right.
So that's enough. That's okay. Right. We don't have
Yeah.
to deep dive any deeper into this particular thing. And
No, I don't think so.
right. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. We're gonna actually settle for this, and because this
Yeah, yeah, I think
time
so.
thing that we added, we can re-add it in the next story. Because we had this urgent time frame thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
but
split that
let's
out into a
yeah
different PR. Yeah,
yeah yeah definitely.
yeah.
I
Cool.
think so. Yes, I think that's enough. Um, Let me just see if we can make a commit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna stop this and wait for this one to. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Status right. Git CIAM adds test for or spec or test. I don't know, spec for adds like simulating network error for project create. Right?
Very good. Yeah.
Oh, and we have some spelling mistake. Network
Simulating. Oh, yeah.
spec simulating network error for project. Right, that's
Yeah,
enough.
that's cool.
Max project. There we go. All right. Um, and we can just wait
Mm.
for our continuous integration to run, and then I think I think we're like kind of done. You
Yeah,
know,
I think so too. I think so too.
I think
And that feels
we
good.
shouldn't be overdoing this, and so I was thinking that I was thinking, but I'm not sure that next time we're gonna do a little bit more on some more user roles, right? Because we have another role of users that will be the developer, right?
Yeah.
So more user roles will be our next stream.
Mm.
We
Love it.
already have a cover for it, but if we move this aside, while we wait for this to happen,
Yeah.
we can go to those projects, right? We have this project,
Mhm.
Art Nouveau. So let's just move this into review first, right? Because we're hopefully gonna merge this in a few seconds, right?
Yes.
Uh, right, and so a developer can join a project, right? Is that what we want to do?
It's good to me. Marked as small, which I like.
Add a join button function, put request to API, IPA response handling, including error handling, redirect user after successfully joining a project, inform the user they've joined the project. As a developer, in order to commit to joining a project, I would like to be able to join. Right. Commit to help out on a project, perhaps. You know,
Oh yeah, that works too. Yeah.
can we edit this
Yeah.
to
So we don't have to have join twice.
on on a project, help out on a project? Yeah, that's. I would like to be able to join a project. Right. I think that's going to be our next endeavor on this one.
Hmm.
Um, but right. So, but what is this? User can register to join project. Right. As yeah. So
Mm.
user can register as a developer, right?
Yeah.
To join a project. So cultivate right. So this one will be really easy. We're gonna put this one on top actually, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because we
Sure.
can do both of them in the same stream because we already have the
Ooh.
functionality for all of this.
That's right. That's right. We do. We're
And
just free writing now off of the other user role.
yeah, exactly. So
Mm.
so we need to create a test and just make sure that he signs up as a developer, and that's it. We don't
Hmm.
even have to write any
Hmm.
code, in my opinion. And then
Hmm.
we just close that one, merge it, and then we work on them joining a project, basically. Right? Right. All right. How are we doing on the? Yeah, we seem to be
Mm.
passing. Just gonna
Ubuntu's
probably
happy.
pass. So let's see. I added the last commit, so you're gonna merge.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
that is great.
Let's
I'm
head
just
over
gonna
here, see if you can do
head over
everything
to my
on.
screen. I can pop open this Mac OS build to see how it's doing. It's installed the yarn dependencies and it's now running the tests we can see here and Electron, presumably. Um,
Didn't we add that they should run on Chrome in?
oh yeah, we did. We
I think
did.
we did, right?
Um, yeah.
No, we did not.
Okay.
So the Cypress CI is, it's only, it says, like, if you look at my screen just quickly,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, it says CI equal, which is true, and browser none, and then start this CI run.
Right. We
No, we
did
did, we
try
did, we
it,
did, we
right?
did. No, 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 no. Look at the CI run.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
run.
yeah. No,
Okay,
no,
so we
no,
got
no.
it. We
Yeah.
got it.
All right. I'm switching
I
back
think
to
I
you.
just, yeah, and it's working. It's on 5 out of 6. And yeah, as a reminder for those tuning in now or information for the first time, we're using GitHub Actions. You can quite clearly see it. And we're using this strategy matrix to allow ourselves to very painlessly test on different platforms, macOS and Ubuntu. And we have gone green. So here we go. Let's do a little review. Now, obviously, I have quite a few commits on this one too. And look, the cherry picks commit gets both of our
Yeah.
profiles on
Yeah.
it because I'm cherry picking from you, I
Yep.
presume.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
And you
Good.
totally
This
forgot
is.
to use Bitmojis on this one. I'm
I
so
did. I was too consumed by the code, but I will
resume.
use Bitmojis again. Don't worry. So good practice when doing code review. Start with the actual test. I'll just can create project. But since I've written quite a bit of this, and we really just were working on the SAD path, I'm gonna say that this one has been viewed. I know it. And then let's go over the other one. So this is make sure that we include it in our all CYJS, the hack to run all the tests. Yes. Um, and here we go. What is this? User can create our own account, messaging versus content. Yes, because we changed that later. And we also had to update user can see project details. So the question is actually whether or not I would want, because we have some code repetition here with these two lines in particular. 25 and 26 will reappear on 37, 38, blah, blah, blah. So obviously that's a candidate for a custom command, but I would say it's okay for now. When we install Code Climate, it will yell at us about that.
Yeah.
And we'll put a chore up to add some nice
Yeah.
Cypress
Yeah.
commands. That might even be like a live demo when doing a little bit more in-depth Cypress stuff.
Right.
So we can live with it for now. User can see project details has been refactored a little bit to include the roles. That's nothing strange, and some code formatting apparently. Here we have our fixture. That's fine. Here we have our successful fixture. That's fine. It includes the project. Here we have some new commands. I love this, authenticate user, where we can pass in the role, and there are default settings if we forget to pass anything in. Here we have some updates. Okay. And here we have the actual code. So this component project create is obviously subject to refactor, but I'll use the same argument to justify merging this by saying when we install, when we set up Code Climate and get yelled at for having a file that is 141 lines, that's when we do our cleanup.
Yeah.
And also we will probably not keep the actual Axios call in here. We'll move that out to some kind of service.
We need to.
But okay. Here, nothing weird. We have changed a little bit how message is set. So that needs to include the status. We know that. Same thing here. It includes the status, And here we go to the actual toast. So now we're passing in the status instead of hard coding it to error. We like. What have we done here?
One could argue that was a bit out of scope, but then again, you know, the way I look at it is the need to pass in the status actually arise. Before that, we were just dispatching red stuff, and now we
Yeah,
want to do green. Sometimes
yeah,
red, some other
because
times.
successful project creation. Yeah,
Yeah, so I would say that this is totally okay.
yeah. And here we've changed content to message, which is fine. And yarn.lock I'm not going to look at. I'm going to review these changes. Looks good to me. I approve them. Come on. Oh, pull request authors can't approve their own pull requests. Um,
So I have to
sorry,
do that.
Thomas. If you give us an LGTM, I can merge it.
Yeah, let's head over
Yeah.
and do that. Let's switch over to my screen for a sec.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's open, right? Uh, right, and this is not set as review. Yeah, okay, okay,
I
gotcha.
I changed it from draft
Right.
10 minutes ago, apparently.
So,
So I think you have to go into the actual files change to get to the review box.
oh, there it is. Review. Yeah, so I can
Yeah,
just say LGTM, right?
yeah.
Right, and approve this. Awesome. All right,
Cool.
and
And
now
that's
you can.
already updated on my screen. Changes approved, one approval, two successful checks, no conflicts with the merge. With the base branch, we're going to squash and merge this. Can we allow ourselves maybe a little
Yeah,
what
yeah,
have we
yeah,
got here?
yeah.
Let's do this is a feature, and I think for feature do like a little let's see. Well, let's do some stars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do stars.
that's fine. I'm just going to create a project, and we get to squash all of this, which we like because we had some back and forth. Co-authored Thomas Craft Academy. That's what we want to see, and we're good to go. So I'm confirming this. It is merging, and project create. Not so interested in it. I'm going to safely delete this. You can
Mm-hmm.
always restore them should you need to, and we're good.
Right.
All right.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Let's just I love to see things go green. So I'm just gonna run Cypress once more. Uh, but I will also pull down from the latest code. It gives me some satisfaction, and it's
Yeah.
to see everything go go green in my test runner. It's also a little bit of bragging to the audience that we actually know what the F we're doing here. So I'm going to run all of them, and we probably need to update some of the user interface details, like the project listing, and perhaps have a hero image, perhaps have some other stuff.
Yeah.
And also, we also, in my opinion, need to incorporate the switch to dark mode, because I know you love the dark
Ooh,
mode.
I do love dark mode. I have sensitive eyes.
And this particular um, user as a UI library supports it out of the box, so we should definitely use
Yes,
it. Yeah, yeah,
this is true. Look at all that green.
yeah. I know, it's amazing. Well, that's actually, I could keep it running. I will open up a new terminal and git checkout. What is it? We have development, right? Exactly, and
We
then
have
there was
development. Yeah.
git pull upstream. Oops, come on.
Oh, it's yeah.
Git pull upstream development,
Yep.
right? And this will rerun the whole thing, so I can hot reload this.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, well, perhaps I said too much, and now my computer just gave up on me
Oh,
anyway. That's what it is.
that's life.
So, and I think that it was very seamless to bump this up to 10.3. We didn't
I
run
didn't
into any
notice.
issues, so that's good. there is a thing we could do at some point. I was like, I remember a project that we were running with a with another company, and
Uh-huh.
I suggested that we should, because we were building a responsive website, and the CSS was being written, specifically for that project. We weren't using any CSS framework, or perhaps we did, but it was, we did a lot of hands-on manual responsiveness stuff, which was
Mm-hmm.
totally unnecessary in my opinion, but I wasn't in charge. However, since I was in charge of quality, I said, okay, so if we are doing this, we need to write tests for all the viewports that could possibly be used on this project. And
Mm-hmm.
so what we did was, what happened is that we ended up with shitloads of tests because they kind of duplicated a lot of the same test but on different viewports, right? And
Mm-hmm.
also there was some of the UI elements were being hidden when we were
Right.
on a mobile
Yeah.
or tablet or what have you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that in our case, the, we can't really. I wonder what happened now because yeah, so he just needs a rest. I mean, my test runner
What
is,
is your terminal say?
it does. Oh no, but it is, no, it's all running here.
Huh.
He's just tired, I guess. Oh no, now
Oh,
it's
there we
quiet.
go.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
Just needed a moment. Yeah.
yeah.
So how did you solve it? I guess you just had a lot of tests. Is there any way
So my
to
idea
run?
was, but again, I wasn't involved in writing this, but my idea was that we should just create an array of different viewports and then just iterate over it, right?
Hmm.
But what I see here is that here you can choose a viewport for some, but no, you can't. The viewport determines the width or height of your application. By default, the viewport is 10,000 to 660 for end to end. But additionally, you can override this. Yeah,
Value in your or via the command. That's a fragment. That's not
yeah,
a
exactly.
sentence.
That was weird. But so I was hoping that we could like change that programmatically from, pass in some value here,
Yeah,
or but I
we
know that you can. Let me
we did
just.
that in I think both Fika together and our little news app. We had a lot of responsive tests.
Right.
Um, so
Let's.
setting the viewport is not hard, but
No, no, no.
I have not sort of iterated over different viewports. But as you say, you do run into trouble where when you've made decisions to not include certain elements on the page in mobile, because if you're iterating over the viewports, then do you need to
Right.
exclude certain tests when we're talking mobile? It's
I
tricky.
don't know. Let's have a look what exactly we did on this one. Right. So let's just go to Agile Ventures. This is a community project, so we should be good to share that with people.
Hmm.
And we say KCS. Right. Use a client. Here we are.
Hmm.
I wonder if this is the one. I hope this is the one. So integration. Right. Visitor can navigate between single page application views. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah. All right. So you see sizes for each. Do you see this?
I see
Right.
it.
Yeah. So we go support index. So for each size, and this then we on the different size, and then we say if Cypress is a range size, viewport size. We're right. Exactly. So we're
Okay.
changing the
CY dot
viewport.
viewport. Mm.
Yeah. And let's have a look at the support index. What was that? Cypress support index, and we say sizes. Okay, so
Right.
sizes. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I understand that the whole thing is an array, right? But I'm not 100% sure why why oh, okay, so because
So if the
this
array
set,
is longer than one, it
then we
checks to see if
switch to
landscape is
landscape
passed
because
in.
so portrait mode is the
Default.
default, and then landscape, and then you just go from iPad 2 and MacBook 15, right? Uh, but
Mm.
so let's see. So actually, that's not so bad because if we go to the only thing we need to do here is to string interpolate, which to basically add this to the before each block. If you understand.
Yeah.
But the question is whether there is a smarter way to do that, so we don't have to repeat this in every test. Um, right. Size
Mm.
one. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So if this is an array, like the landscape thing, do you understand? Then you
Right.
then you use this. Although the second one wasn't. Well, I guess that it just ignores it if there is no third argument, a third thing. Anyway, or you just set the viewport to this, and then you run all your tests, right? Uh, I wonder if you can iterate over this somehow in a smarter way, so you don't have to
Hmm.
modify this at all time. Do you have like 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes to experiment a little
Yeah,
bit with
yeah,
this?
yeah. Let's
All
let's
right,
mess around.
let's uh, let's just create and then hit checkout a new branch, a viewport experiments, right? Uh,
Hmm.
and then so let's just uh, let's just do one of them. Yeah, let's just do this, and so I can say uh, I don't have to have it in support. I can have it here. Const sizes or viewports. Yeah, viewport ports equals, and then just do an array, and I have to say iPhone. What is it? X? Is that how we write it?
It is, if you switch to my screen, I have all the possible arguments. So iPhone dash X
Yeah,
will give you 375 by 812
and
pixels.
then we say MacBook 15. Do we have MacBook?
Yeah.
Yeah, MacBook 15,
Hmm.
and then I can say, do we have an iPad?
Yeah. Well, the only two ones is iPad dash 2 or iPad dash mini.
Yeah, let's do mini.
Yeah. And that's got to be a string. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, and then we just do, what was it that they did?
Before each, or yeah, sizes
Right,
for each. Sorry.
right. So, right. So we just do viewports for each, and we just do viewport,
Hmm.
and then we just include the whole thing right here.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But I do a before each here. No,
Should maybe do it. Um,
right. Another describe block, right?
yeah, but you could do it if you expand your. You could put in the before each in the describe block on line 9.
Yeah, but what if I just say and then
Oh, I
included
see. Yeah.
on viewport,
Mm-hmm.
or using the application on while
Mm-hmm.
while using the application on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we just move this up, and then we just do before each here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, and now I just say viewport,
cy
right?
dot
Because
cy dot viewport.
yeah, so because I don't have this array yet, so I don't have to play around with that. Viewport, and that would be the viewport.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. No? Why not?
No, it's just lazy.
Right. Right, let's see how that runs. Am I still up and running here? Yeah, I am still up and running here. So let's go to the test runner.
Mm-hmm. And leave the dot all. So go back to the specs.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
But now things will not work anymore. And the reason for that is because on the iPhone the the menu is different. Do you see? We have a failing test
Yeah.
because he can't find this. So we're gonna figure this one out. Actually, it's not a bad thing. But the problem with this approach is, of course, that it prolongs the runner. I mean, it runs every test 3 times at this point.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a bummer. And this is the I guess this is the iPad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So the problem is, let's see which one was failing. The one that failed was is expected to the submit button.
iPhone X. Yeah.
Right. So we can just go in here, and we can just run. No, that was on top, right? The submit button, right? This one. Let's just run this one.
Mm-hmm.
And that will fail on this, but it will pass on the others. Right. Okay.
Is it because we click instead of push?
No. Well, no. Actually, no. It's because you see there is no create. There is no create
Right.
button, so
Yeah.
we need to click on this hamburger menu, which is a very
Yeah.
weird name, but it is actually called a hamburger.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Why? Yeah. Anyway, but so the problem is here that can I say something if Cypress viewport equals iPhone X? Do you understand? I need
You
to have,
can. Yeah.
but I don't know if I can do that. So my
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
don't know
if
either.
we use pseudocode, I would love to use Cypress viewport. Cypress viewport. This and then equal iPhone.
Well.
X and
Yeah.
just do a ternary, right? Then ci dot get, the hamburger menu, but ci get cy, and then let's just call it hamburger actually for the lack of this thing, right? And we just want to click on it. But if we go to
I don't think. Yeah.
navigation and we go to mobile nav key nav item, mobile nav item, there it is. No, stack, display none, mobile flex. I don't know where to set the data cy. Do you understand? font weight.
It's got to be mobile nav, right?
Chevron. No, mobile nav was
No,
fairly.
nothing at all. Oh, that's just huh. Okay.
But I don't know. Perhaps it's
Uh,
rather here. Flex, desktop nav,
oh yeah.
collapse in. This is the one.
Mobile.
This is the one. Collapse. This could be this. Could be that. I don't know. Data cy equals. I'm not sure about this at all. You understand? Yeah, and this is also erroring out.
Well,
Secret
so
viewport.
apparently cy dot viewport yields null.
Okay. So can we?
So do you have access to the iterant? I mean the just viewport.
The current viewport in test. How to check if element is in viewport in current viewport. Elements visible in the current viewport. Let's have a look at this docs here. Right, it doesn't render anything, right?
But would you not have access to viewport of the current iteration of viewport without using cy.viewport in the before each block?
So
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am.
So if you just call viewport as a variable instead of a function.
You think so? Like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of
Wouldn't
course I
that,
have. Yeah, because I'm
you
iterating
know,
over it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right,
I mean,
that's yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
sometimes the before each blocks and the if blocks are a bit sensitive to what you put in there, but it should play nice, right? It's just JavaScript.
why not?
No.
An element is not visible. Okay, but that's
Hamburger. Okay, so
yeah. I need to inspect
yeah, we
this
need to
guy,
figure out what this is. But okay, we're on the right path at least.
I guess.
I hope. I hope. Maybe. Famous last words.
Toggle navigation. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I can just use this area label, in worst case. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. Let's see. I get. Let's try that. I just want to see it.
Oh, I clicked on it, but nothing appears to. Did I click on it?
Yeah, it did, but
Do we not have project create? No, we do have project create in the nav items.
what? Do we? I mean, apparently this is.
Oh, but it gets a data CY in a weird way. If you go into nav items.js inside the code, we've given it data CY by in camel case. Can't
On which
remember
one?
why we did that.
On the nav.
If you look inside nav items, you see that on line 4, the data CY is given as a.
And you mean like this?
Camel case. No, I just. Well, no, that's fine. But where do we then?
And it is create project, you see. So that's not it.
Okay.
That's not it. That's not it. Create viewport. So we should click. But the thing is that, okay, let's see CI debug. Can we not GG, but come on. Can we say just this? Can we stop the? Oh, now he okay. Ah, there we go. Right. So the thing is that it's not visible. It doesn't show here. Do you understand?
Oh, I think I got it.
What?
In when we pass in data CY for create project in desktop nav,
Mm?
if you go into desktop nav and look at line 25, I hope I'm right about this. Look at line 25. That's how we get the data CY in desktop nav, right?
Right.
Do we do the same thing in mobile nav? It
Uh,
doesn't look like we do.
let's have a look. Mobile nav item. Label. Right. So it's going to be on text.
I guess so.
No.
Or maybe put it inside the flex so that both the icon and the text are clickable.
But we're
Or
not.
or does it? Oh no. Then it'll click two things. I guess we can't do that. It will yell at us. So maybe the text.
And the label. Okay. It's a different way of doing things. It's actually this, but we just do data CY here, like this. No? Children. Oh, right. Oops. We need to pass it in. Let's have a look now.
Boom, boom, boom.
You still can't find it, which is weird because no. Yeah. Create project. No, come on. Where are we? Now we're failing on multiple places here. Let's have a look at this one. You can only become a single element. You are only going to need two elements.
Yeah. Okay.
Why would that be two elements?
Well, head back to where we put in the data CY. So that was on text or on text and text. Well, text is closed then on
Yeah.
after label. So okay, well, what's label? What's label?
Label is label is
Is the
this.
nav item label? Okay.
Yeah.
So why? Huh. So text really should just be one item, right?
Yeah. But okay,
Uh,
so there's a very quick fix on this. I can just put this.
oh yeah.
I think this will fix it, but I'm not sure. Now he doesn't click on this. No, so that's not gonna. But no. Okay, how about we say first? No. Okay, how about? Oh, and now things are starting to get hacky. Do you understand?
Well, you inserted this into mobile nav items, right? That's where in mobile nav items is where, or did you do it in mobile nav?
Mobile nav. I did it in mobile nav, and I
Yeah,
thought that
just
was.
so as to mirror the desktop nav. That makes sense. But wait a minute, there is no text object in mobile nav, right?
Yes, it is.
No, but that's so you're now you're in mobile nav item. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
but we're just, you know,
okay, okay, yes. I see what you're doing. Yeah.
but that's on mobile nav, so I don't understand why this would render
So
two
I think you
instances.
need to push in the actual data CY in mobile nav in the dot map
No, because
because
I'm
that's
pushing
what
in
we
the
have.
entire nav item.
All right, you're passing in nav item. Okay, right. Okay,
So
sorry.
that's, yeah. And the error message I'm getting now is that they have multiple.
Oh, wait, do you deconstruct it in mobile nav item on line
I
14?
I did I did I did I did.
You did? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, you did. Yeah. Ugh. Man. Okay.
And so perhaps I should, yeah, because I'm not sure whether I should put it here or if I should put it on click children and on toggle space. I don't know if it's put it on
Can
flags
you
or.
put it inside the flex? I don't know. Can flex have that?
Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't make any difference because it still finds multiple of them. Do you understand? Because apparently,
Hmm.
like, let's, you know what? Let's try this. Let's just try. Uh, let's remove this, right? Let's just write
Yeah,
it
yeah,
on.
that's a good
Right.
idea.
Yeah. And still, we are finding multiple of them because apparently it renders not only. Okay. I'm gonna try one thing, and that would be data CY plus mobile, right? And then I will say if, uh, so I will change this to, can I change this to, well, I can change this to a real if statement. So I will say if, because I will have multiple things here, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if this, then I will click on this and, oops, whoops, sorry,
Epa.
where am I?
Mm.
There, sorry.
There we go.
Else, and then I will say, I will just copy this
Yeah, clever,
and I will
clever. Yeah.
say dash mobile. Right, let's format. Right, let's have a look. He
Oh,
clicks. Yeah,
nice.
but it's not disabled. Why? Why isn't this
Well,
disabled?
because that's I don't know. That's probably because in auth on sign up, what did we use? We used this. We use a lot of Chakra UI um, things. I wonder if we.
But we're not even there. There's something else wrong here
Hmm.
because it passes on an iPad Mini, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're good at, well, yeah. Create project with click. We are clicking on it, and we are authenticating the user before. You understand? So this one should actually have uh, all the necessary
Yes.
data. Uh, so because what are we? We are,
To a hard refresh or something. I don't know.
yeah. Let's do that. Boom. We're clicking, and now we are on
And we
create
landed in
account.
auth.
So why would he? Because he's supposed to. go to page loaded, project mobile. We are clicking on this one. You see that, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if we're clicking on this with the user authenticated,
Authenticated. Yeah.
we should load the page and we should not reroute over to this.
Yeah. Is the if you scroll all the way up where we actually set the user, is that working? This one, dispatch, set
Yeah.
current user, seems fine. If you
Could we
just
check?
click it, yeah. If you click on it, the console will.
Right,
Yeah,
and
right. That
yielded random
doesn't
person.
look. Yeah, it should be fine.
Right, and it's an artist, so that should be
Mm-hmm. Interesting problem.
yeah.
And
And the
all the routes
others,
are being hit
if
as they
if we
should.
if we just go to if we remove this iPhone X and we just say iPad Mini
Yeah.
here, we're all good. You understand? So
Weird.
it is clearly dispatching this, but we're not getting it. Is that cannot be because we changed this? I mean, this is just an identifier, right? So there is no reason for.
No, that could not be. Uh, well, I guess
Yeah. Yep. I hear
anything's
you, brother.
possible.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's put this. This is an experimental branch anyway, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna, I'm just yeah. Let's just reinstate those different iPorts, iPhone Mini, and we can do MacBook 16. I guess we have one called an
They have 16, they have 15.
iPhone X. Right. Oh, as a string. Sorry. Oh, come on. There we go. Right. And let's see. Let's run through these. And this one fails. The last one fails now. Which is weird as. I don't understand why this one is rerouting over to this sign up.
Oh,
What?
is it because when no, we don't pass the user as state ever. It's just in application state. I'm thinking about in React router, but no. It can't be that. We just need
No.
to scratch it. We need to step away, scratch our heads,
Yeah. Yeah.
and find a nice implementation. I mean, maybe it is an argument that when you write your responsive tests, you need to. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one is weird. It'll be
Right.
fun to sort out.
Let's let's stop this. Ignore this and git status. Right. Git ci adds, or it's a work in progress. Adds as a method to run specs on various viewports. Right, and I will just push this up to me. Push origin viewport experiments, and I will actually create just a work in progress kind of thingy here.
Yeah, sure.
So you can pull it down, and if you figure
Hmm.
something out, you're more than welcome to not tracked yet. Experimental PR. Do not merge. Right.
DNM.
Right. Now it's an interesting problem, but the takeaway, the biggest takeaway here is that there is a way to add this, and that's fine, but it slows down the test suite significantly. It is, however, needed, in my opinion,
Hmm. Yeah.
because otherwise, you know, the alternative is to run through manual tests, and we can already see some shortcomings, right? Because like I'm not going to pull it up now, but you see that the create project is way too low on the screen. It's not being centered, and there are some UI elements that are not really working out on the small screen.
Yeah.
So I do believe that it needs to be addressed one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess we can also not do this here um, on our own computers, but rather on the continuous integration.
Yeah.
But the
Multitask.
problem will be that as soon as they fail on CI, on one of the viewports and then not the others, then we would have to write tests locally anyway. You understand? Because you have to
Yeah.
fix it. So it is a little bit of a shit show. But
No elegant solution, but
I can't see one, at least. If any of
yeah.
our audience sees a elegant solution, then I'll be happy to
Mm-hmm.
to listen. And before we go, just to reiterate, we are both involved in this Agile Ventures charity, and
Mm-hmm.
on agileVentures.org you can read about some community training courses, free courses in JavaScript and web development. And if you are a paying member, it will set you back £5 British, pound sterling. Is that what it's called? I think so, right? £5 sterling a month.
Shillings. You call them guineas,
Yeah,
21 guineas to a shilling.
21.
What?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
You can get a very comprehensive course in Cypress.io,
That's right.
which is the tool that we're using.
Yeah.
I think that we managed a lot today, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
Let's. Oh, look. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Let's build. That's weird. So one was not successful, and the other one.
Was interrupted.
Yeah.
They probably just do that to save some bandwidth, don't you think?
Hopefully. And look, this one is actually running the all CY. Why is it doing that?
Well, it's only running all CY,
Oh, okay.
right?
Right?
Am I?
Yeah, let's deal with this later. Let's deal with this next time.
We'll sort it out.
Right. Yeah. All right. It was a good stream. I think we managed to achieve a lot, and we managed to create more issues for ourselves.
Goody.
As it should be. All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah.
I see you next time. We are back.
See you next time.